I'm just doing a quick follow-up video. Um, you know what? There's two camps developing right now. That I'm going to talk about the U.S. election. There's two camps right now, within the church and without the church. Uh, Biden's coming in. It's going to be a peaceful transfer. Um, and then we're going to be going into dark days. COVID lockdowns are going to get worse. Cases are going to go up. Vaccines going to be rolled up. And sent to different cities all across Canada and the U.S. and that whole scenario. And now the whole other story that that Trump is coming in. Now I'm gonna go by a guy I'm gonna list it in my source, Steve Pieczenik. He's been around for a long time, and he says that what you see right now by the mainstream media is not what's going on. And again, this has been a big heated discussion with people in the church, uh, the so-called prophets and stuff like that. Now I'm going to tell you something. People don't understand one thing about Donald Trump. He is a West Point graduate. He's a military background guy. He has connections. So Steve Pieczenik, I'm going to list his website. Check him out. But apparently right now mass arrests are going to be happening, and the whole I'm going to say it's like a D-Day. You know, the whole thing's going to be saved. Okay? And then we got the whole thing going on with the Biden that it's just going to be a normal thing, and the states is going down as we know it. And we all know if Biden got in or gets in, the states is going to be a mess. And Trudeau Biden light is just going to continue his endorsement of them, and they're going to work together to crush Canada. Now, I just threw you two scenarios right now. You pick one. Follow CNN and all those agencies out there that are always talking about the bad things about conservatives and Donald Trump and impeachments and all. I'm not even going to go into that stuff because it's all a game. Um, and so check it out. I did mention something about Pope was arrested. Steve Pieczenik said it actually has happened. Italy is on the verge of government collapse. Now, this is the other side of the story you're not hearing. Listen, I got a background in media. I love the news reports. I love to look at the left, right, centralist, whatever you call it. But in my spirit, since this COVID thing happened, I've gotten a bad vibe because I think it's all about it's all that this whole thing was designed with the Chinese and the globalists, whatever you want to call Marxist socialism, to get Trump out. Look, America is a superpower, and you've got a lot of bad people that want to see the states changed. I mean, call it what you want, like Star Wars, the the rebels against Darth Vader and the Empire, whatever. There's stuff going on here, folks. Look at what's happening with Twitter, banning a president of the United States. Whether you like the guy or not, you shouldn't ban a president of a platform. Yes, it's a private company, but bad idea. They've lost $5 billion. I've heard 12%, and it's growing. And I think people are fleeing Facebook now for other apps, which I am. I'm taking down my YouTube presence slowly. It's nothing like these big guys that report stuff. I'm just a little guy, but I have an interest, and like you guys send me your videos. So I just want to encourage you. Let's see what happens, but check this guy's website out. Send me your comments, because I'm getting back to the COVID thing. Now, the COVID thing for me, it just seems like there's something wrong in this whole thing, and doctors have been trying to speak out against it. They get blacklisted. I think when this is all down, my opinion, if it goes this way, Steve Pieczenik says, you know what, Trump's coming back, he's in, and There's good military people that see what's going on. Well, okay, we're going to be liberated, and the history is going to be written like that. It's going to be written that this whole pandemic was an attack from the Chinese to work with the globalists to overthrow the president of the United States. If you don't believe that, you think it's conspiracy theory, hey, do what you will. Follow CNN and all those other outlets that are hating a man for whatever reason, but they're not really after the truth of what's going on. And there are some, I would call them media people that are, I wouldn't say left or right, they're kind of in between. They're kind of trying to see the truth of things. And that's where I think we've got to be. We've got to be able to dialogue with people. And I'm enjoying some of that. I had a talk with a pastor. He's basically apologizing for prophesying that Trump was going to win the election. Some have been on him saying, listen, why are you apologizing? It's not over yet. But we do know something's going on. There's a civil war basically in the States. Whether it's not like a physical, there's not like warfare on the streets, but it's happening. Intel, it's happening. There's, so, hey, just want to say that. And just, we got to continually just thank God for his wisdom and guidance and peace. And wherever you are at right now, somebody was telling me the other day, they've been a Christian for a long time, and I asked him his testimony, and he didn't really say anything. He said, well, I knew the Lord when I was young. I grew up in a Christian home, and I sort of sent him a little testimony how I got saved, and he was enjoying it. I mean, I've heard some of you share with me the amazing testimonies how God changed your heart, but we overcome the evil one with the blood of the Lamb and our testimony, and that is really important in these days. We're kind of like, most of us are just pawns in the game of these kings and queens and empires that are on the globe right now, and the Bidens and the Trumps and the Trudeaus and the Maronis, and we're just trying to observe what's going on. But if you start to really look at media, and that's my heart, I have always had an interest in the media. I grew up watching news because my parents did, but Walter Cronkite and all these, and I've always wanted to see, behind, not always go on the bandwagon of what's exactly most people are thinking, but what's going on, behind the scenes. And so be blessed. Keep me posted on what you find, and let's just stay in the river of God, stay in the peace, and not get in the despair mode of this COVID thing, because we got to get out of this lockdown. This lockdown stuff is not good. It's affecting many of us, and under a continuing Trudeau regime and Biden, if they get in, it's going to be worse, and they're going to come after people, and it's going to be very bad. Check out Steve Pieczenik. I hope I pronounced his name right. Wrong. He's got some interesting stuff to say, and there's some other guys and that I'm going to share maybe next time. Peace.